All right, let's go to work.
Big rich nigga, big wop. Wow, wow. Jealous ass niggas told me I'ma trap my life away. To this day, them bitch ass niggas ain't got nowhere to stay. Shoulda did you something instead of having so much shit to say. Broke ass little nigga tryna put a fire on layaway. Only did one drive by, the rest of mine was laying. Won't speak on shit and never touch my bullet, so I know I'm straight. Jump inside the getaway, tinted up with bold plates. I know how to get away and turn something to a cold case. Fake like I'm a dapper nigga up, shoot him in his face. 40 on me bacon shit, this bitch could probably cook a steak. I'm the type of nigga you can't call if you don't want nothing. Call the money London charge, beat the case with dope money. I done sold a load that another nigga was killed for. I never been a small fry on big bruh. I never been a bitch, so thinking that to get your shit, but I wasn't fishing at the lake, but got this pole that I'm getting rid of. Why these niggas call my auntie last week making threats to me? On my Jeffrey Dahmer shit, I need a nigga head next to me. 2 texts in a vest with me, don't sleep unless it's next to me. If a nigga hit me up, don't shed a tear, go bust a chest for me. White boy need a 7, he getting 5.6. Bag rich, I'ma stretch me 5 quarters out my zips. 223s inside the clip. When I come up off the hip, niggas dip. Chopper eat a nigga like a bag of chips. I don't know, I think I got that J.R. Smith inside of me. Cause I just get to shooting shit, cause I don't like to play no D. You a hitter, so am I. When you niggas tryna die. Oh, you think you Popeye? I got drums like Popeye. Sold a bow before it dry. Had a lick, I had to try. I be trapping with that fire, hitting licks passing by. Mama know when I be high. Both my eyes bloodshot, smiling in my mug shot. Big rich nigga, big wop.
Three men convicted of home invasion will likely never walk outside of prison again.
Judge Mark Stoner is a no-nonsense judge who told the suspects in court today the way they treated the family was uncalled for.
That nigga there couldn't even hide his sweetness with the newscaster voice.
The decisions.
Prosecutors say in 2013, the trio forced their way into Nowak's home, beat and threatened his family, forced them to the ATM, stole their electronics, and made off with the family vehicles, something the victims say no other family should ever experience. Judge Mark Stoner ordered Adrian Anthony and Michael Pugh to both serve 88 years each at the Department of Corrections. Their co-defendant, Taiwan Lundy, will do 72 years. Prosecutors pushed for a sentence that would guarantee the trio would never commit the same crime again.
But it went on for hours. I mean, what these two individuals, Mr. Nowak and his wife, Brittany, is just unfathomable.
Although tried and sentenced together, the judge wants the trio separated in prison, saying they are less likely to be a danger behind bars, a danger their victims no longer fear. For sentencing, wanting the judge to know the nightmare they now live. This walk to court is one of the last for 3 men convicted in a violent 2013 home invasion. In court.
Well, that look there. All of you little niggas who know that you not like that, and the way that you know that you not like that is if you are going to be looking this way, this face, this type of confusion is what you gonna be going through, and you not gonna be bouncing and bopping like the other nigga or the other nigga in the back who didn't give a fuck either way. That shit ain't for you, my nigga. Take your ass to school. Fuck them bitches, because you niggas is trying to be cool for the hoes. You don't understand. You don't understand that as soon as you get your time, that phone, that whole relationship is over with, my nigga. You just don't believe it because you ain't went through it yet. My nigga, you a good kid, my nigga. You came from a good family. Them motherfuckers don't have no fucking home or no family. These motherfuckers don't get, this is their motherfucking destiny, is to be nothing ass niggas. You was a good kid and you just wanted to, you know, be cool for the bitches and have some hoes and shit like that. Now you gotta bring 20 to the door before you have any conversation, and all of that shit is about to be fucked over. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit finna be fucked over once they bust y'all up. As far as break y'all from one place to the next one, niggas is gonna fuck over you, my nigga. Niggas is gonna fuck over you, my nigga. You not like that. You don't like to fight. You don't like nothing like that, my nigga. Take your motherfucking ass to school before you be confused like this nigga. How you don't understand, like, you going to the projects and going to the apartments and shit like that, because that's where all the, you know what I'm saying, them street niggas who have been street niggas since they've been like 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And they having to convince motherfuckers that, oh, no, he cool, that's my homeboy. My nigga, that's not where you gonna wanna be. I'm trying to tell you what's finna happen to you, my nigga. Ooh, I hope somebody catch you before they get you up there, my nigga. They finna do something crazy to you, man. And another thing is, when you look at when they leave out the courtroom, first, before I do that one, as they're walking into the courtroom, you still trying to put on for niggas. The fact that y'all got on different colors, that say it all. The fact that you going to court with a motherfucking billfold, with a fucking folder, that say it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, this not where you supposed to be at, my nigga, but these little kids done got you to go in a house with a family and put them in a car, take them out. There it is. All right, how we sounding? Because I want to make sure everything is clear. Because tonight gonna be that night. I'm letting it be known. I had to make sure that we had everything lined up so that, oh man, man, don't get me started, man. Queenie Lynn in this motherfucker, nigga. Shout out to Queenie Lynn in this motherfucker, nigga. What the hell going on tonight, nigga? Oh man, we didn't brought Queen out. Oh man, turn up. Shout out to Queen, man. Real talk. Yeah, no, we gonna talk tonight. We gonna talk. No, I gotta make sure it's coming from the right place. Let me see. I don't know where it's coming from. Fuck it. We're gonna go and run it. Okay, I see where it's going now. This is what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers, these faceless people on the internet, you've seen this weird motherfucker. Like, this nigga is weird as fuck. But on the internet, he has a comment. And that's what they love. And that's why I call them out the way I do. Because they know if you actually saw this shit that you're seeing, let's just go back. Let's go back home. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga, my nigga. You serious? This nigga is talking to me? This nigga is talking to me? This nigga is talking to me? Man, are you serious? You saying I'm just posed to God? Are you serious? Man, you got life fucked up. You got life fucked up. No. If you say something to me that is something that you want me to take serious, dog, I need to see. I need to see what you got going on. This nigga, like, it's though that you can tell this nigga is weird just by how his arms hang. White boy got more swag than this motherfucker. Look how his arms hang. Hold on. Look at him. Look how his arms hang. What kind of fucking child molester smile is that? Come on, my nigga. Nah, big home. We not doing that shit. Give a fuck what the fuck you're... And you know what another big thing... All right, hold on. How we sounding? What we looking like? How we sounding? How we sounding? How we sounding? What we looking like? How we sounding? How we sounding? How we sounding? What we looking like? How we sounding? Okay, got it. There it is. There it is. We in. All right, my nigga. All right. We needed to talk tonight. I needed to holler at y'all. Shout out, Ram. Shout out Ram, real nigga. I got to holler at him after the live stream last night. And after that phone call, I was made aware that what I had heard about this PlL shit was not what I thought it was. It was actually worse. I got word from the West. We'll just say it like that. And like I said, everything is confidential tonight. Everything is confidential. I want to make sure that it's understood. You come in here and speak tonight, whatever you might say in the chat, but definitely when you call in, everything is anonymous and you don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Let this be your time to really speak about what this shit has done. When I was fucked up, and if you don't know, I was fucked up on the pills. So the pills had me in a very, very, you know what I'm saying, weak point. Luckily, I found my passion before I found drugs. So I was able to use the drug in my passion, you know what I'm saying, moving forward with that career. But it just tore everything apart. And it wasn't until I admitted to it to someone, I have a problem with opiates, that I was able to start coming out of that shit. Let this be that. This shit has to be spoken about. And if you don't understand why this shit is extremely important right now, I'm gonna break it down to you. But anybody who calls in, whatever testimony a motherfucker want to give, everything is anonymous. You don't got to worry about none of that. People judging you shit. People need to know what the fuck is going on for real, in real time. Okay. So I had got word, what was that? I think I hollered at Hodge. Shout that nigga Hodge in this motherfucker. You know what the fuck going on. But I think I hollered at Hodge a couple of years ago. I feel like it was a couple of years ago. Maybe a year ago or something. I got word that they were selling fentanyl pills in Arizona, in Phoenix, specifically. They were selling them for $2.
Now, that shit sounded crazy, and as I told, trap niggas down here about that, niggas said, hell nah, man. If motherfucker was selling fucking fentanyl pills for $2, nigga, everybody would be in cars going up there and getting them bitches and coming back and booming them bitches. They couldn't, niggas down here just didn't believe that these fake perks, fake whatever, like, they could not believe that these fake perks or whatever the fuck, I still ate it because I'm a gremlin. I knew the perk was fake. I still ate it because they couldn't believe that they could be that cheap and niggas wasn't booming and bucking off that shit. Like, niggas would be tearing up that motherfucking interstate trying to go up there and get that shit. So that's why they couldn't believe it. Like, hell, now ain't no way they selling on this. And this is very important. I'm not talking about no goddamn, oh, you buy enough of them and you get them for $2. No, hell, fuck no. I'm saying a motherfucking junkie on the street that's walking up can buy these powerful fucking pills for $2. They just couldn't believe that. Come to find out, on the street, as a hand-to-hand drug addict, not no trapper buying no motherfucking million, not no, you know what I'm saying? No middleman, nobody showing love. This is the going price. The reason why I said that it was true is because I saw one of these videos, and anything about, anything about the opiates, the pills and shit like that, I have it grabs my attention because that was my life. Had I not, God hadn't, blessed me, you know what I'm saying, to come out of that shit, then that would be my life. Period, point blank. If I was still popping pills, then I would be trying. As soon as motherfuckers said that the pills were fucking, the pills that are stronger than Percocet, stronger than tabs and all this other shit, they cost $1. I would be trying to move to fucking Arizona, and I would just find me a fat bitch to live with or some shit like that. But I would be up there. I'm telling you this. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fearless leader himself would have had so little self-control that as soon as I would have got the word that these pills that are stronger than everything, that'll last long and all this shit like this, I would be trying to find a way to get on the mega bus, get on Plenty of Fish, find me get me a couple of big girls up that motherfucker. Nigga, that's when the word came. If I had got the word that they were $2, I would have went. Just off the, what the fuck? That's how strong this shit is. This shit ain't no game. And I have to bring it to you like this because this shit right here, $1 for a pill addict. A pill addict can walk up with 4 quarters and get the strongest thing on the streets right now. Please don't nobody get in the comments on, well, technically, come on, my nigga. There it is. There it is. No. And I want to make that clear. No. This ain't about that. What I'm saying is, dog, the reason, pay attention, the reason why a motherfucker could not believe that they were $2 is because it's like, all right, so we're going to do trapology right fast. You going to buy, let's go old school, easy math, an ounce of Reggie. So you get ounces of Reggie, let's say you get it $50. All right, you break down 28 grams, $5 a gram. It's in my head, for some reason I say 140. It has to be 140. No, that ain't right. That's right, ain't it? It is right. That is right, ain't it? 140. So you buy an ounce, $50, you break it down, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you make money. So the breakdown is how the shit comes to the street. So most motherfuckers ain't on the level like this. They not on this type of level where you're fucking with inner tubes and all that shit like that. On the street, this is what's going on. Motherfuckers ain't on this type of level. See what I'm saying? They not on this type of level. You buy it at this level, and the price is gonna be cheaper. The more you buy, the cheaper the price. That's the whole trapology. $50 ounce, you break it down, and you make your money. When we talking about the person who should pay the most should be the junkie on the street. They should pay the most because all they have is little money and shit like that. They said take money to make money. So you got some money, then you can get anything for a cheaper price. The reason why the shit was unbelievable was, okay, hold on. If a user can get the shit for $2 a pill, $2 a pill, dog, that's if you getting them for $2 a pill, you should be on this type of level. You know what I'm saying? It should be on that type of level. This type of level. Even this type of level. You know what I'm saying? Dog, we're gonna get for real for a minute, my nigga. We're gonna get for real for a minute. And this is a sensitive subject because you have to, this is street shit we talking about right now. This is street shit. Like $2 a pill. That's fucking what? 2009 prices for a 5 milligram Lortab. Even those were $3. Nobody, the streets, I'm not talking about the plug, I'm not talking about the streets, haven't seen no $2 pill and I don't know how the fuck long. Nothing costs $2 on the street. Nothing. This is cheaper, even if they were $5, if they was $10. It's the equivalent of you having, let's take it back to Frank Lucas. They tested the what is Frank? He had heroin. They test the no, that was blow. No, that was American Gangster. They tested the dope, and it's like this is 96% pure. Dog, a tab, a lower tab, a Percocet would be like 50%, 35% pure on that level. A fentanyl pill is 96% pure. Obviously, it should cost more. That dog, this does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. How is the stronger drug cheaper? I didn't want to come here on no conspiracy theory type shit. But as we hearing these words about China and TikTok and them buying this and them about to invade Taiwan and them sending their people over here to get educations and they going right back over there, they giving the Mexican cartels all of the ingredients to make the fentanyl. Helping the Mexican cartels get the fentanyl here. Somebody please tell me something. The word come down the pipe that on the fucking street, you can get a drug that's at least 5 times stronger than heroin for $1. Word had came down the word had touched the street maybe I think a week ago, if that. And I told y'all about the X pill. You know, back in the day, the X pill was $20 a pill. Now, nigga, you get a whole 10-pack X pills for $40, $20, They just giving them shits away. Molly was 100 a gram, and you know them prices move and shit like that. But niggas can get a whole 8-ball, 3.5 grams of Molly for $50. Motherfucker might have said $25. This is important. If a motherfucker don't understand, this is extremely important. The price is part of that, you know, that filter keeping motherfuckers away. $1? Who can make money? Like how? This is the whole question. This is the whole question. I'm here with questions. I'm here with questions tonight. Who? How? $1 a pill at the street level. That would have to mean that as the dealer, you would have to be getting them at what price? Man, listen. This shit getting heavy, my nigga. Big Facts Podcast, who we got on the line?
It's your boy Hodge Mills.
Ooh. Big Facts Podcast, who we got on the line?
It's your boy Hodge Mills.
There it is. Before we go into that, man, shout out to that nigga Hodge Mills coming in the door early saying, let's work. I see you, my nigga. I appreciate that love. Hodge, tell me what's going on. I need to understand what's happening right now.
So where you want to start?
All right. So first thing first. How is this possible? How is it possible that the strongest thing on the street is being sold for $1?
Well, it's numbers. You know, they're getting it for so cheap, and they're cutting it so little, so it doesn't take a lot to put in the pill to make the pill strong. Out of the whole pill, let's just say it takes about 5% or less to make the pill lethal. You know what I'm saying? About 5% the pill will kill you. If you're the wrong part of the 5%, you can die off that pill. So people are breaking the pill down into like 6 different pieces, 4 different pieces, depending on how strong you can take that piece. You know, so it was just about how you wanted to get with that. So that's how they can do it. If they take their pound, they can take a pound of the pure fentanyl and make probably like 1,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Worth of pills type shit. When they mix it down, because they're selling it raw, you can buy it raw or you can buy it by the pill already filled up for you.
In the name. Dog,
you know,
tell me.
For 1,000 pills, last time I heard, it was $500. You know, so
oh my God.
You know,
oh my God.
Pills 500.
Dog, this shit is dog.
So the Mexicans are getting busted with 1 million pills. They're getting busted with 250,000 pills. You know, and what the Mexicans do is the same thing as work. They're going to give up 1 million pills to probably get 5 million pills through. So, you know, every bust is going to be a bigger bust than the last bust. You know, that's just how they do it. So if we give you 1.5 million pills, we're going to get over 5 million, 7 million pills.
So, but I guess this is what, and this is why I said this is a very, like, this is a sketchy show right here, because, like, in order for, you know, words to really, for ideas to be understood fully, current numbers need to be known. Dog, what I would like to know is, in the South, and this is I want to hear in the comments, if you are in the South, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, you know, not so much Florida because they don't, but, you know, Tennessee, how much are these, let's just ask this first. Do you have blues in your state? Let me just ask that. In your city and state, do you have blues? Are there blues there? Because this is the question, Hard, because like I said, the discrepancy comes from, dog, that's not what's, I hope it ain't. I mean, I would like to think I'm not that out of the loop to, like, I don't think that they are down here like that. But I don't, like I said, I don't understand, because how can one part of the nation be that low and motherfuckers is just not, that seem like that would infect the whole country and shit like that.
We was looking it up, and, you know, the White House is declaring it a state of emergency. You know, like Naeem said, it's another one called the death of Virginia. Somebody else said in Columbus, Ohio, you know, it's 75% in the street drugs. You know, it's powerful, so it increases the potency of, like, cocaine and certain things like that. It says the Mexican cartel is targeted by the administration and multiple fentanyl indictments. You know, because the Mexicans, like, you know, when the pill epidemic was going on. They had the pharmacy, which we found out now through Netflix. The pharmacy was the pharmaceutical company was paying the doctors to write these prescriptions. You know, my ex was caught up in this pill epidemic along with a lot of our friends and family. So when they cut the ties on that, the Mexicans found another void to fill with the narcotic. You know, they found out that the Mexican blues or the, you know what I'm saying, the fake 30s was going to do its job, and a few people were dying. 2017, 2018, a few people were dying here and there. You know, the people who were buying these pills off the street, they know what they were, and they were kind of, you know, it was kind of a secret. But a few people were slipping through, and they didn't know that they were fake because, you know, the pill epidemic was coming to an end. Everybody was popping these pills still. When we kind of knew they were some straight fake pills was about 2018. We knew that the blues were here, you know, and people were willingly taking them, and people were dying off of them. You know what I'm saying? I got some friends that died taking blues. I got some friends that died sniffing cocaine, not knowing that the fentanyl was in the coke. I got some people that, you know, they turned up with fentanyl in their system. Don't nobody know how they died because they was dead in the room overnight. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. People come back from vacations, you know, popping pills. They got one from their friends, come back from Mexico, popped the real pill in Mexico, came back home, popped the fake pill, died on the spot. You know? And see, that's you know, we had that actually in Daphne, had the coke laced with fentanyl, and one died, an older gentleman died, and I want to say Cam Coldheart, Michael K. Williams, the dude from The Wire. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not, and that's what I'm saying. This is, like I said, I haven't even got it in the system. Huh? I said Coolio had it in the system. Wow. And that's, and like I said, so if it's, and this is, so I'm not doing the whole, because I feel like overly scaring a motherfucker, that's how you cut motherfuckers off. I don't believe, oh man, that shit in everything, man, that shit all in your motherfucking weed. No, I don't believe that. I'm saying that I feel like fuck the people who died on accident, who took that shit in it, they didn't know that it was in there. It's motherfuckers that are willingly going and buying these fake pills. And hard, I want you to let me know, with these fake pills, are people saying that, are users saying that the fake pills that cost $2, are they stronger than heroin? Let me just ask that. Stronger than heroin? You know, none of us or nobody in this generation that I know really done heroin. Compared to heroin, they said it's kind of worse than that because you don't got to shoot it in your vein. You know, my mom was telling a story that her friend said her son got shot in front of their house. He strung out on fentanyl. He tried to rob somebody. My mom said, how you trying to rob somebody because they $1? She said, shit, he tried to get it how he can because they're out there robbing each other for dollars now. You know, they strung out. They're buying 10 at a time, 20 at a time, talking about I only do 5 a day. I only do 7 a day. You know, so I know somebody that every time they got to go somewhere, they don't go inside of the store. They want to stay outside and smoke fentanyl. Every chance they get a couple dollars, they run down the street to somebody selling fentanyl. Okay, so tell me this. All right, so when they're going and buying these blues, is there, okay, so you know, with a regular Percocet or Loratab or Oxycontin or whatever like that, there are milligrams, 5 milligrams, 7.5, 10, like that. All right, with these fake ones, are all of them the different milligrams? Like, is one of them 10 milligrams, then another one is 2 milligrams, then another one is 50 milligrams? They can sell you the powder. They can sell you, let's say, an ounce of it. It look blue. My partner had it. He said, you think this what it is? I said, nigga, you know this what it is. Nigga, give it back to him. Nigga, you caught with this, we'll walk you down. pretty much just pill compressors. So you can take the little powder and you can press up your own pills, and just pills. That's what I'm saying. So with the pills, if you take the wrong part of the pill, it's pill compressors. If you take the wrong part of the pill, you might die that day. So that's why they start smoking them, because smoking them is a lot safer. Because you don't know what pill has that 5%. It only takes 5% of the pill to kill you. So we don't know what part. Like it takes like a couple grams of salt. If you took the wrong grain of salt, then that might be your last taco. You know, it's really a risk everybody's taking. A person that's holding is taking the risk. He might sweat in the system. The person that's taking it, you know, so they're finding different ways of taking the pill where it's safer for them to not die. Okay. But the whole thing is, people that are on, they do meth and they do the fentanyl, their body's ODing. The combination of the up and the down is causing their body to OD, and they're collapsing. So boom, when he fall out in front of me, I say, oh shit, hey yo, we're not gonna do shit. In real life, you in a coma. You in a drug-induced coma. You in a coma for about 5 days. If you get medical help, we take you to the hospital, you'll be in the hospital about 5 days. You'll snap out. But since they're not doing shit to you, you go brain dead, your lungs stop working, all that bullshit within about a couple hours. 3, 4, 5 hours.
So when you pass out, they're
gonna leave you there. They're not gonna run away.
And so let me add. So you saying that I'm specifically with the pill, the people the $1 pills, when they're buying, they pay $1 and they get a pill. So you're saying they could have bought a pill earlier and it felt like it was a 5 milligram, and then they get one, pay $1 later on, and that one it feels like a 50 milligram.
Well, no, let's say a person get a hold of $20 and he go buy 20 pills. And at the same time, let's say he buy 10 pills for $10 and he buy a dime sack of meth. A dime sack of meth might be half a gram, maybe a gram. So he buys some meth for $10 for the half gram, and he buy 10 pills. He want to get high and get loaded. That's what they doing. So he's smoking his meth, snorting his meth. He's smoking his pill, snorting his pill. So it's no milligrams. It's just go to the dope man. And you got that? Here, let me get 10 of them. Oh, you got that? So the dope fiends walking around like zombies. They selling to each other. You know, my kinfolk, they're less than 20 years old. They're 19, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. So they're out there getting how they can, like rock. But you can't really make no money. You can only make it $5 million more than you put up. You got your money back. You double up. You know, so quick double up. You know, long story short. But can't nobody really sell nothing if you're $1 a fucking pill. You know, how much money can one man make with everybody selling these fucking pills?
Yeah. But and like I said, and that's what I'm trying to figure out is like, so they're going to get the pill down there, and so I guess I'm trying to see, like, what are they expecting? And I'm, like I said, I'm speaking from a pill addict mind frame. What are they going back for? If I bought a tab, a 10, you know what I'm saying, one tab, I know how I'm supposed to feel for that 10. If I go get, I think I'm finna get a 10, and it say 10, but it feel like a 5, it's weak. You know, I'm gonna think something's wrong. I guess, so what you're saying is that there is no way for them to keep a consistent feel? There's no way for it to be consistent.
That's where it come in, where it's like cocaine and where it's like crack, because you ain't no telling what milligram of rock is. It's just a fat-ass rock, or it's a rock. So now I'm used to smoking so many rocks a day. Instead of getting higher, I'm going to smoke more to get high. And that's how the pill is.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that I'm having the trouble with. I keep looking at it like a pill and a pharmaceutical pill given out by the doctors, and this is something totally fucking different.
It's more like peeled up cocaine or peeled up methamphetamine.
There it is.
Or, you know what I'm saying? It's no real way of telling the milligram. We're going to peel up this strong ass drug for you. We're going to give you 1 1/95th of a drug. You know, so you get 5% of the real drug, and the other 95% is just ingestible, digestible additives. So you just swallow the pill, you snort the shit. You know what I'm saying? So only 5% is really the motherfucking drug.
Yeah.
So if you do it the right way, you're gonna leave, you're gonna be high, but now it takes 2 pills. Now I only do 5 pills a day. Now I need 6 pills. Now every time I get some money, I go run down the street, and it's everywhere in Arizona, you know, but it's kind of a thing where, you know, you might say, hey, how come you can't afford a nickel bag of weed? I think I couldn't afford a nickel bag. So if I can't afford $5 worth of weed, I can't afford $5 worth of pill. I can't afford a dollar burger. I was stealing dollar burgers at one time. I was stealing dollars. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford a dollar burger. So I understand how, you know, you can't afford a dollar pill. I can't afford a dollar hamburger, my nigga. You have to rob me for what you got. I want this pill instead of this burger. Guess what I'm going to buy with this money I got off you, my boy?
That's real.
Pills.
That's real. No, and like I said, and this is why, like I said, I want to make sure that this is a judge-free zone here. The man who's speaking to you at this very moment, me myself, like I came from that pill shit. This is why this shit is like, because I understand, like me coming out of that shit was just purely, you know what I'm saying, you know, God, and, you know, just having a real mother who, you know, the stuff she gave me growing up, my mindset just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I always knew it was something above the street, you know what I'm saying? So I was always trying to break out of that, you know, where some people just they life every day and shit like that. And I want to, like, understand this shit, because in real fucking time, understand this. Money is like a fucking cancer. It's like a cancer that motherfuckers want. You know what I'm saying? And it just corrupts. Motherfuckers know about this shit. As you just had maybe 1 or 2, you in fucking Washington, D.C., you in Omaha, Nebraska, Northern Alabama, Tennessee, fucking wherever the fuck you're at. The fact that in America, on our soil, a drug user can take 4 quarters and go and get a pill that is stronger than heroin. Listen to me, my nigga. Let me give you some more of this trapologist shit. All right, so the street has all, like that's they say, the game never changed, only the players. Motherfucker could say he getting in the game because he want to get his mama a house. He getting in the game because he want to support his family. He get in the game because he wants some J. Whatever the fuck it is in their best interest to get a motherfucker on a substance. I told y'all about how the dope man will drive his customer to his job every day, drop him off and pick him up, because as long as he works, then the dope man ain't got to work. So it would be in his best interest to get a motherfucker on this thing right here that people cannot get off. They can't get off of it. This is why, you know, there's a reason why in motherfuckers are trying to take my words and use them against me, but there's a reason why, you know, heroin is higher on the board than weed. You know what I'm saying? Because weed doesn't have any, it'll have some mental, you know what I'm saying, withdrawals and stuff like that. But, and now the THC probably will have some physical, but when it comes to heroin, you're going to go through a whole fucking experience trying to get off of it. And nobody likes to be sick. And like I tell y'all about the symptoms of withdrawal. If nothing wakes you up, that will wake you the fuck up and fuck everything that's going on. Let me go and get back alive. Let me get out this hell that I'm in, and then I'll try to find a way out of this shit. I always tell y'all the story of my first baby mama. I used to have when I started, it was the Blue Watsons. The Blue Watson, they had the big pink tins and the blue tins, and I had them in a Tylenol PM bottle and shit like that. And one day I was coming in and I was about to take me one, and she said, "Don't you think you should go ahead and get off of them?" And I'm like, "I can get off on whatever. I just gotta wait 3 days to get off of them. I just ain't got time to do that right now." That 3 days is gonna feel like 3 years, because it's second after second for 3 days, 72 hours, second by second, of just your body just at war with itself. At war, like, as soon you try to get comfortable, if your legs don't start kicking, then your stomach gonna start. You don't know if you gotta piss or shit, and like I said, I've told y'all those stories about that whole situation. When white boys say you'll be shitting through a screen door, that means your shit will be liquid. They say it's diarrhea. I don't believe that that's diarrhea. That's some other shit going on. But it's those chemicals, and your body is trying to fight. But then it's like half of your body is trying to fight and get that bullshit out, but another half of the body is like trying to kick you in the ass, telling you get the fuck up and go get them fucking pills. Get them fucking pills so I can rest, so I can eat, so I can think. That's how you become a zombie. The zombie, they don't care about their clothes and shit like that. They just come in to bite somebody. You know what I'm saying? They don't have really control of their body. They're just primal in that they're trying to feed. And that's what happens with the pills. There is no, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is washed away. Whatever you are, if you're a mother, a daughter, a niece, a godmother, whatever a grandmother, all that washes away. All you are is a vessel. You might as well, if they could hook you up to, like, if they can hook you up to a fire hydrant, and that fire hydrant is just giving you a steady flow of whatever of those pills, of that pill, then you would just sit there forever, because that's all you need. The whole world will pass you by, and you would just see your body just wither as you just keep hold of this fire hydrant, feeding you this dope. You'll stay right there and won't move, because that's all you need.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Did you drink with your pill addiction?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I was never, when, as you coming up and stuff like that, we drank those bullshit, whatever. They were Sparks back then. Who remember about the Sparks?
Yeah.
Who remember about the Sparks in the damn, they always come with some kind of cool alcohol infused energy drink, and back then it was called Sparks, and we would drink those and play drunk and shit like that, and then maybe I go to the club and drink and just get totally. I never knew how to do.
And were you aggressive when you were off your things? Were you mean?
When I was off of them.
Yeah, like when you popped a few pills, did you get mean around people, or was you cool? Or
like I said, and what's crazy is that and someone else said is like, if I'm agitated, it's not because I'm on something, it's because I'm not on something. You know what I'm saying? And I think that everybody goes through that type of transformation. Like in the beginning, it might have some emotional, differences in you. But once that's your lifestyle, once you get that, you'll be all good and happy and everything. But no, I didn't drink. with that, I could never get drunk on pills and shit like that. But like I said, it's just this.
When you leave the south side of Phoenix, the south side is more gang oriented. That's where the majority of the Bloods and Crips and the gangs are. When you go to the west side of Phoenix, you're going to have a lot of different people in a dope house. You're going to have a Blood, a Crip, a Vice Lord, an Aryan Brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? A dude straight from Mexico and an African. We're all in the dope spot doing our different drugs. Some might do some coke, other might snort some meth. The dude gonna pop the few pills. Other dude old school, like he like heroin. You know what I'm saying? We all like to do our own drugs. And that's when it was still regular pills. We looked at the pill. Everybody had their own little tweaks. We knew the pill heads went through withdrawals, like the heroin addicts and the alcoholics sometimes. We all had our own withdrawals. And we all accepted each other. We all got high together. You know, it's all different races, all different backgrounds getting high together. And that's what Arizona was. So when the blues came in, the people that did heroin did blues, the people that did the meth started doing blues, the people that did the cocaine maybe tried the blues, because once they figured out how to break it down and bust it down and you can get high and not die, everybody started trying to like to get high. So the people who was kind of like me, who was like, damn, homie, I want to steal my powder, but I'm not with that. I see people that die. Some of my close friends died. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that die on the spot. We found them dead. You know, so I didn't like that shit. Once the homie died on cocaine on the other homie's birthday, I stopped stealing powder. I was like, I can't do this no more.
Yep.
You know,
man, and that that's a blessing. But that is dog, to be able to see to be able to see someone else's situation and that make you stop doing, like, that's a very strong mind, because my
that was the time I met you and the 3 S's, and I was like, the 3 S's is thinking, because celibacy started with a C, but we gonna rock with it.
Yes, Lord, you better know. You know what I'm saying?
With you and shit like that.
No, but you know,
I gotta leave this shit alone.
Yeah, no, but you know, the Chop, he broke that down real good. Shout out to that nigga Chop for breaking that shit down. But you know, the thing is, and that's, like I said, everything that I was doing in the beginning, I was talking to. I make this clear. I was talking to gangsters. I was talking to street niggas, prison niggas who had fucked up their life. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who had fucked up their life and they was trying to rebuild, the 3 S's. Because as I said, once you become sober, people are going to inadvertently, maybe, sometimes people don't know that they're being used by the enemy. So inadvertently, they might mention, you know, something, whatever like that to you, and that just triggers something inside of you. And you gonna have to be able to look where you came from and say, oh, hell, fuck no. Oh, hell, fuck no. Like, you know, because I remember having that, you know, whenever, you know, you get offered free drugs, you know what I'm saying? You get offered free drugs, and then, you know that you're being tested, and you know that this is like, so you don't have to pay nothing. It's just, and man, ain't nobody gonna find out and all that shit like that. And it's just you, because that person, whoever is doing the offering, they don't matter. That's like, just like you're not who you are while you're in your drug-induced state, they're not who they are. When a motherfucker looked at the shit that I did, it was hard with me, because before I was started popping pills, I was already turned. Like, and that was another big shit. Like, niggas start doing dope to get bitches, and you know what I'm saying? You want to be brave and shit like that. I was already him before, and that was the blessing. I had my passion. I was already arrogant as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was already him. And that arrogance is what kind of took me into the shit, because I felt like I could handle it. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to fuck that person. You have to be able to look at man, maybe I could do it and nobody find out. But what I know in my mind is that with me, there is no fucking, I'm just going to celebrate and no, nigga, if I turn up, then it's going to be next thing you know, it's going to be holes in the driveway. Bitches fighting in the yard. That's going to be the first thing that happen is bitches. That's the first thing. Because when I get in that mode, what makes me feel like that nigga is bitches. Bitches looking at me and admiring me and knowing that I'm that nigga. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's what comes with that shit with me. So,
you know, like you were saying, it's only $1. So all of that shit is old school. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be looking for dope fiend bitches. It's $1. So anybody who's doing that shit over this way, it's kind of like they asking for death. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, man.
Fantasy no more. It ain't none of that. Niggas is trying to get high like they smoking. Like they smoking. You know?
No. What I was saying was I'm talking about relapsing, you have to know when the opportunity, because it is going to come with every person who stopped doing something, you're going to get that somebody is going to come and it's going to be a perfect time and all this, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to be able to say, I'm not even going to take a step. I'm not even going to take a teensy step in that direction because I know how, because, yeah, maybe I get away with it. As soon as I get away with it that time, oh, shit, I can find a million reasons why I should do it. And it just goes from there. You have to know yourself enough to know I can't sit around and do what y'all are able to do. I can't sit around and, you know what I'm saying, party like y'all party. I have to be sober at all times. And also, I have to stay away from those things that could even make me slip into that. And like I said, that's why celibacy is so important. I say that because it come from with me. A bitch that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where my power comes from and shit like that. So that's going to up my arrogance high, very high, because after you fuck the bitch gets, you know, overly, now she just wants to impress you and all this other shit, and it's just everything is laid at your feet. And that's when, you know, you can lose focus and shit like that. You have to know yourself. With me, I know that leads to that. And like I said, there will be a time when I can go back into the world, but I'm still not at that point yet. I'm still not at that point yet. And when I get there, I'm there. That's why I say, if I fuck a bitch, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, I'll do it on camera so y'all can see it. The 3 S's don't make it A.O. Consaco. You know, it's just something that you need to stand by to get to some type of success. And some people will say that I reached that. And that's why we can celebrate. No, hell, fuck no, we can't celebrate, because even though this is, I did make it a long way and I am him and all this other shit like this, I'm not willing to lose this. When I'm out there, when I'm, you know, popping pills and Molly and Xanax and all this at the same time, I don't have nothing to lose. I was ready to die and do a life sentence outside. Didn't have nothing to lose. Didn't understand that I did have something to lose, but didn't feel I did. Soon as I got sober, I realized I cannot believe that I came that close to not having any of this. Not even just, you know, the YouTube and, oh man, you got advertisers and look at y'all, man, you celebrities and, oh, I'm talking about, like, I have to speak about my girls, man. My girls, man, they smiling, and not just the children. I'm talking about my grandma, my mother, if you probably seen the pictures and everything, like, man, enjoying their company, allowing them to see that they do have a man here, and seeing that, you know what I'm saying? And just like that's so I go over there and me and mother go out there in the yard, and me and grandma go out there in the yard, and I cut the grass, and we maybe burn. That's how we do down here. We've always had land and stuff. So what we do is work. So working is how we talk. We talk through work. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
don't mean to cut you off. I gotta get off the phone.
Hey man, hey.
My girl, she want to say something for you real quick. She been watching with me. She want to say something.
Hey, yeah, come on with it, young man. I get carried away, man. I get carried away. Hold on. Let me do this for you. Hold on, man. Man. Come on, man. There go that bullshit, man. Oh man, there go that shit right there, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, man. Man, shout out to Queenie Lynn coming through. Shout out Queenie Lynn coming through heavy. Shout out her. She coming through on the Cash App, showing that love. She ain't say no words, but Ayo Nation, Queen, I bow to you. Like I said, just I love the fact that women of color, man, I don't let me get too deep in that shit, man. I really got emotional on here, man. Shout out to Queen Lynn, man. She always rock out heavy and show love and support what we doing. And like I always say, no matter what situations we go through and the things that we try to accomplish, I know that we do things for the right reasons, and we might lose support from the outside world, but to know that I got a solid group of Black men and women, women of color. We got some Hispanic men and women. We got some Chinese men and women, or Asian men and women, that really rock out heavy for us. Man, that shit keep me going, man. That shit keep me going. So shout out to Queen and Lynn. I appreciate that love. I appreciate that support. We push it. Go ahead, Hodge. Let it know what's going on. I'm listening to her.
Hi, Ayo. It's Abel. Hodge's girl.
Hey, what's going on now? Long time. It's crazy that, this is your first time on the show, so we want to hear you. What's going on?
So I've been listening in with Hodge as long as we've been together to your shows, and you're doing something really good, and I want you to keep doing it, and I'm always listening. This particular topic, not too much to add about Arizona because I'm from Vegas.
Okay.
But, I had a minor situation with one of my daughters, where I thought, she was missing. Turns out she wasn't missing at all. In 2020, she got wrapped up in drugs pretty bad.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. You talking about the Mexican shit?
Yeah.
No, what happened with that?
Man, they scammed me. They all fed.
Wow. Hold on. Your daughter scammed you?
Yeah, with the
come on, man.
All that. So, like, the drug epidemic, like, it literally turns you from being a regular person to irrational, and you go into this la-la land where you feel like you're untouchable, and one quick GoFundMe scam can turn into a lifetime of pain for many, many people.
Yes.
Because I don't do drugs, and I never really got wrapped up into that because I had so many kids back to back. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I've always been a square. You know what I mean? And ain't no shame in that.
No, hell no.
And I'm learning a lot by watching like Soft White Underbelly and watching stuff like this.
Yes.
It's not like the crack epidemic. Like, I grew up in that. I seen, what kind of high that was. We seen people that were on meth. You know know what I'm saying? We've seen people that was on Molly. We've seen all of that. We lived all of that. This drug specifically is different. Like, they don't even realize how dangerous it is. Like, one lady, she was saying she took 15 pills a day. That means that it was so cheap for you to get it. That means that you risked your life 15 times a day. Like, they're literally waking these people up in the trap house with an alone. Like, it's so bad that they have to resuscitate these addicts, and there's other addicts that are the dealers, you know. So I don't want to make this all.
Wow,
but it's
no,
everybody.
No, and you know, the thing about it is, that's what I wanted to fill in the blank for the people who don't understand what goes through a pill head's mind, and we have to understand exactly what it is. My mother, she raised me on rainbows and Skittles. I always say that I was 13 and I asked her in Walmart, I never forget, I asked her what this thing, we was in like the medicine aisle and shit like that, and I pointed at a condom and I asked her what that was, and she told me it was bubble gum, and I believed her. You know, she kept me, and it's crazy. I just found out as we were, you know, obviously my grandma is getting, you know, old and stuff like that. So I want to make sure I you know, spend time with her and everything. And we were going out doing some stuff. And I found out that my mother was actually thinking about, when I was like 2 years old, she was thinking about doing like foster care, like where I guess a woman or a family takes in foster care kids, and you just have a whole bunch of foster care kids. Like the foster care kids, I don't even know if that's adoption. It's just the foster care kids come live with you, and obviously I find out you get paid for that, whatever. But she wanted to, you know, I guess she thought she was gonna help, because just like I be thinking I can save the world, that's where I got it from. And she said that she had to go through a class, and in that class they told them what type of kids they were going to be dealing with. And she said, oh, hell, fuck no, I cannot explain that to him. She felt like there was no way that she could explain to me that there are some grown-ups out there that think it's okay to put out cigarettes on their children. There are some parents out there who feel like it's okay to touch their children inappropriately. There are some parents out there who feel like selling their daughters, their 10 and 12-year-old daughters, to men for money is a fucking a business plan. And because she did not want me to be introduced to that, she said, hell no. And I'm saying that to say, I came up just with all of the potential in the world. This is why I tell, like, when I'm telling motherfuckers, like, I'm not supposed to be, Ayo Consaco, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it happened like that. Obviously, I am supposed to be that because I can, you know, speak on it, but I did not come from that type of family at all. And for me to go through that, my family, especially my mother in that household, was wondering, what in the fuck is going on here? What's happening here? How is this? What is going on? And when I came home and stuff like that, and I was starting my journey back home and stuff like that, me and her would talk. In the morning time, we would take a ride and we would talk. And I would tell her about the things that I had been through, the things that I had done. And I think I was late 20s, and I'm telling her these things. And that's how we came up with the Me and Two movement. But for me telling her some of the things, and she was just so, oh shit, Bella and came through. But shout out to Bella. But she she couldn't believe that I had did these things or whatever like that. So Bella, you're right. You're all the way right. That thing, it takes who you are and it just manipulates it and turns it into something totally different. Like I said, I feel like my journey was kind of assisted by the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. It was assisted because when you hear these stories that I did out there, like the shit that I did and tried like that, just retarded, man. Pure fucking retarded. And and as if I was I was testing the universe on some shit. Like I'm gonna do everything wrong, and it's just like with all these situations, I just got out of it unscathed, or barely scathed, and shit like that. For me to come home out of that stupor and to still have my family there, to still have my mother there, to still have my grandmother there, to be blessed with not only these children, but my children's mothers, to be blessed with them. Like, just to where you know what I'm saying? Like, they will be well within their rights to say, oh no, you ain't never gonna see your child again. And that didn't happen. So it's like, that's not what happens. So this is why I can tell you about what's gonna happen in this situation, that situation, and nigga, the worst is gonna happen to you, because that's what's supposed to happen. What happened with me, that was, that it was assisted, because I was supposed to be here to give this to you. When people tell me, man, what the 3 S's, and if you new here, 3 S's are sobriety, solitude, and celibacy. To hear, people took that and changed their lives, that's when it started making sense. That's why I didn't die out there. It was a certain picture that we sent my mother when I was out there in the world, and just the way I looked, I know she shed tears. You know what I'm saying? Just like, look what this shit then did to my damn baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the firstborn, and look what it has done to my fucking baby. What is this shit? This is why when we come down on this level right here, when we looking at something like this right here, I take this shit personal. I take it personal. For someone who's still in that insanity, make no mistake, that pill addict, that's another reason why I'm here. I was that pill addict. I never got to be at the point where, you know what I'm saying? But I'm one of them. I'm one of them people. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to know that so that you can know, like, dog, who they are on that dope is not who they are. That's not them. This is why I feel like this shit right here is an attack. Dog, if fentanyl was costing $20 a pill and all, you know, the high price because they strong, like, dog, you can't really say nothing about that. That's dope. But, dog, for the strong shit to be this cheap, I feel like this is an attack. And I don't want to sound like no conspiracy theorist, but I feel like the motherfuckers who are sending this shit over here and the people who are helping them are trying to weaken America. Make no fucking mistake. It says Arizona right now. It's going to be Alabama. It's going to be Texas. It's going to be Wyoming. It's going to be Chicago. Because what we know about dope is as long as that shit can get here and somebody will buy it, motherfuckers will go and get that shit and bring it to your town. And the shit might even be high when it first hit. They going to get that shit. This a regular nigga go up that bitch and get a, nigga, if you get a 1,000 pills, $500 right now, if you sold them bitches for $10, I didn't want to say this, but I gotta say it. You sold them bitches for $10 in the middle of nowhere, America, Alabama, where I'm at, you wouldn't have no life on your phone in 5 minutes. Everybody would be outside. Motherfuckers are paying $20 for a regular fucking lower tab 10. I'm gonna let y'all get that in right fast. Listen, tell me how much tabs cost in your city right now. Because I don't know if motherfuckers listening. Are you staying out here? Right here?
Yeah. I was just, I actually just like, yeah.
Well, how did you end up out here in the street?
I end up in the streets by doing bad choices, but then
Were you messing with the blues or G?
I was messing with revelation of me. But that includes of all, I think, a little bit. But then the point is to don't give up, right? And then to expect forgiveness from the one who will forgive, because the one who forgives a lot, he gets a lot of forgiveness from him. Because we expect sometimes the forgiveness from people that always will be there. Someone will forgive and someone won't forgive, because it's people. But God will always
right there, hold on.
forgive you if you forgive me.
And you know what's sad, dog? It's sad, you know, looking at that. Like, when you look at it like that, like, dog, that motherfucking junkie out there that's fucked up on them blues, he's AO, but in his field. Imagine if you're a country who wants to fucking destroy a country. What better way to destroy it than to corrupt the inside of it? $1? Look what Big Homie just said. It's 30 for 30. That's really what it is. It's $1 a milligram. So for the same price that you can buy 30, you can get come on, man. What better way to get a motherfucker to try a drug than to have it is you don't even have to buy it. A dope, what they would call a real dope man, which I don't. Motherfuckers who get motherfuckers hooked on dope, like befriend them and they're like, oh, it's all good, and just give them dope and then make them pay for it. They in the same boat to me as niggas who get bitches on dope to pimp them. That's just some throw shit. Like, and you in the same boat as a motherfucker who like children and a motherfucker who will take it from a girl. Stop that, man. Let's stop. This is what I'm saying, dog. We not coming in here like this, my nigga. Come on with the social media, big home. Come on with the social media, big home. We not doing that shit. Come on, dog. We having a serious conversation. If pills are not $1 in your city, don't say that, my nigga. What the fuck? Yes. Missouri, $20 for a tab. Come on, man. Come on. I feel like this is an attack. And this is your wake-up call right now, right here. Dog, you better get prepared. It's a lot of motherfuckers, listen to me. It's a lot of motherfuckers that if they could afford tabs, if they could afford Roxys, they would get them bitches. A lot of motherfuckers is stressing and want a way to relieve that stress. The same way that you feel when you wake up, everybody else feels. Who wouldn't want a little pick-me-up when they get up? Which this would be like. You fuck with anything you fuck with in the beginning, oh man, it's just just give me more energy. Until you figure out that you need them. And as you need them, you stop giving a fuck about, whether or not, the motherfucker who gave it to you mixed it in the right way and all this other shit. Somebody threw some pills away because they couldn't tell which one would kill a motherfucker and which one wouldn't. Now you'll go try that because you don't want to be sick no more. When you're going through withdrawal, you're not focused. You're just like a zombie. You just trying to let me get my mind right so I can focus because I can't focus right now. So you trying to heal yourself, you kill yourself. For the niggas who's out here trying to make some money. You thinking it's just all love, hand over fist, because I can't imagine that the police because it's a place in Philadelphia called, I think it's called Covington or something like that, where it's just like police don't do shit. Like they just watch motherfuckers get high. I guess they just try to make sure ain't no violence. But they're not trying to stop nobody from doing dope. The shit you see as our population continues to grow, I'm sure you've seen it in your surrounding area. More developments are getting built. You look back 5 years ago, it's like it's a lot more motherfucking shit around here than it was 5 years ago. You look at these off places and shit like that, and you feel like, oh, that's worlds away. That ain't what this is. Oh yeah, that ain't what this is. When the most powerful thing on the street costs $1, we're in a state of emergency. This ain't no internet shit no more. This is real life. This is your 30-day warning. If they ain't already put that shit in your city, because you have to know that whoever's planning to attack America is not, they not trying to fucking destroy Phoenix, Arizona. They want the whole United States. You not being susceptible to drugs means nothing. How old were you when kids started to smoke weed? Why did they start smoking weed? It was accepted. Would you say that popping pills is accepted right now? Knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin? That's why I hollered at him like, big homie, who told you to say that? Kodak Black, who told you to say that? Why didn't you say that you shot? Why didn't you say that you shot heroin? Because that wouldn't have been cool to say. Why didn't you say that you stuck a mallet up your booty? That wouldn't have been cool to say. But you knew the pill was fake and you still ate it because you were gremlin. Oh man, that's a number one song. So yeah, I would say it's pretty acceptable for motherfuckers to pop pills. When did you start experimenting with drugs? You think that the only kids who experiment with drugs is kids who had their fucking family torn apart by the fucking police or drugs, and they stay in fucking California or Chicago? It's a movie called Traffic. If you believe that, you should watch that movie called Traffic. If you don't have kids, anybody that you love, when the most powerful drug on the street costs $1, everyone's affected. If you believe that, oh, everything's separated, no. Who just said, shout out to that nigga Dutch, Demon Time with Dutch. He's a YouTuber. He talk about a lot of street stories. Look him up, Demon Time with Dutch. Some niggas who was running from the police, they committed a crime. Is an innocent kid in the road, and because they were running from the police, they ran the kid over. So the kid died because they were committing a crime. So whatever caused them to commit the crime, whatever caused the police officer to get behind them, we're all connected. This ain't no conspiracy. Oh, we're all one. I'm trying to tell you what's going on. What's keeping motherfuckers from coming in your yard trying to steal shit or trying to peep when you not there and coming up in that motherfucker and throwing caution to the wind? when the strongest drug on the street is $1, it ain't gonna be nowhere to hide. Motherfuckers is gonna be looking for sweet licks. You're not gonna have enough guns to keep them away. The fact that you got a lot of guns is only gonna make a motherfucker want to come in there even more. And I told you, I did the whole, nigga, let's do something about this shit right now. I did that. I'm still recovering from that. This is why I show love to Hodge Mills, Naeem Edwards, Terrell Bay, Big Mitch, Ed, Mello Jones. Don't let me go down the list. Chop. Josh. I didn't already put my, not just my children had a certain way that they lived. That shit stopped once the nigga started trying to make something happen in real time. So I didn't put my shit on the line already. But this ain't something that we can sit around and key and ha about. If you think that, then you just don't understand how strong that pill shit is. The shit that I was doing out there, I would never. This is free dope. And it just so happens that the dope that is free is the #1 killer. I don't feel like that's a fucking coincidence. I wanted to allow anybody who wanted to call in opportunity to call in. Once this goes out, I'm hoping that you feel, I'm not pressuring you, but if you feel comfortable to come on and speak a little bit deep on it, I'm going to have this show again so that we can talk more about it, because this shit is not going away. Shout out Naeem Edwards. She came in heavy. She said, Fent from Chins. Glock switches from Wishes, from Wish.com. Fent from Chins, Glock switches from Wish.com. I'm gonna let y'all chew on that a little bit. Shout out to Tyrell. Tyrell came through and said, good work. God bless Bubba. Most definitely, my nigga. Most definitely. Oh, maybe he was saying brother. But I I got my glasses on. But shout out to Tyrell. He came through, showed love. Like I said, I just want to make sure that we're all knowing what is going on. Fentanyl pills are $1. I'm putting it out there so everybody know what's going on. Whatever's happening with niggas going and getting the shit, that shit been happening already. I'm telling you. I kind of wanted you to break it down. Shout out Naeem Edwards in here. Let me know what's going on. Fent from Chins.
I was just gonna say that the fentanyl is coming in from China, and I don't know if anybody remembers, but I remind myself this every single week that. Does anybody remember when J.P. Morgan container got caught?
I remember that.
And cocaine, and ain't nobody say nothing.
I remember that.
It just went away.
Yep.
It just went away.
Yep.
And they're doing this shit on purpose. Yeah, but that's fentanyl because the way that they bring it in, which you can import anything really, but the way that they bring it in is fentanyl comes in at parts. So it's not illegal to order the parts that go for the mix of the fentanyl. It becomes fentanyl when you mix it together.
Yep.
So some random person in the middle of nowhere can order this, and another person can order that. They get together. Now they got fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with the block switch. There's an app where they call them selector switches. I don't want to give too much government, but you can buy the switch, put it together, and put it on your gun yourself. That's what I just want to put it on. I think
I appreciate you for doing that because that opens up something totally different too. Dog, they are, and what China is doing with the cartels is they're not only sending them. So to make meth, you need the Sudafed from the store. That's one component. Then you need some lithium. Then you need some kerosene. But Sudafed by itself, you don't get arrested for that. Lithium by itself, you don't get arrested for that. If you had all of them together, maybe they'll hit you for paraphernalia, but the meth is illegal, not the ingredients. So what China is doing is shipping all of the ingredients and their chemists. They're sending chemists to the cartel, making sure they know how to mix it to make it the most potent, the most addictive.
And this is the last thing I'll ask. I gotta go. But what they're doing is, so they know how to get the stuff over here. Obviously, probably with the help of the government as well. Maybe off the conspiratorial. But these people come over here and they buy properties and they buy houses, and they'll have multiple houses on the block. This is real. So you'll have a whole gang of whatever group of people, and they'll buy all the houses on the block. And they have whole farms, just complete drug farms in suburban parts of all over California, all over a whole bunch of other places. So these are people who come into these suburban neighborhoods, buy the houses, like they'll spend the money and buy the house, and there'll be a whole weed operation going on in the house. And if they get caught, they just leave. If they get caught, make it like the whole block ain't nothing but a meth lab. So that way, that reduces the amount of people that reduces the chance of getting caught because I don't have to smuggle you across my border. I don't have to pay no mule.
Yep.
You remember how mules still exist, but like you know how you used to have to swallow pellets and all this. Like you take less of a rent. I don't have to put nobody on the interstate to go from California to Florida when I can move into a Florida suburb.
Yep.
And we can have 30 people in 30 houses and 30 drug operations. And I know that the weed ones get caught. The other ones don't get caught like that. They do get caught, but the weed ones get caught because of the smell.
The smell.
It'll be the people will complain about the smell, and then they'll just pack up and leave, and they'll go set up shop. Like, so that's what's going on. Like that's really what's happening.
Yeah, no, and you know with that, and when we talk about that too, that's another thing that the Chinese are doing. Not only are they coming over here and learning in our schools and going right back to China, they are buying up the real estate because it's some type of they know our loophole. So it's something about the land, if you buy it or something like that. And so what we're doing, we're putting these pieces together, and this is why I want to have this. Dog, if Hodge brings in his information, I have my information about my experiences. Naeem come. This is Alabama, Vegas, Arizona, Virginia. Dog, if we put our heads together, and once again, I'm trying to save the world, but if we put our heads together, dog, we can come up with some shit to at least protect ourselves and be ahead of the curve. Because I'm assuming everybody here knows junkies. Dog, $1 a pill, they're not going to know what to do with themselves. They're going to kill themselves. And it's like, if ever there was a time for us to put all the beef that we have with each other to the side, I'm talking about even on the racial shit, because It's a whole.
I'm gonna hop off, L.
All right, I got you. I appreciate that, Nate. All right. But, and shout out to that nigga Ronald Smith coming through. Ronald Smith said, respect, realness, truth, and openness. Dog, we got to do that. Shout out to that nigga Ronald Smith. He always come through supporting and showing love. Dog, I feel that's what we have to do. We're going to have to be open. If I can't give nothing else, let me give my experience in the street, not just, dealing with, the dope side of it, but actually being addicted to pharmaceutical. It's a whole different animal. It's a whole different fucking animal. And if I'm still outside like that and something comes in, the whole point of a junkie's life is to save money and still be able to get high. That's it. That's how you lose weight. If like how Hard said, I can either get a sandwich or I can get a pill. There's no question there. I'm gonna get the pill. I'll go and steal some out the store, but I'm finna go get this. Like, this is life. Like, nigga, this ain't just information for us to, speak on. Like, dog, you need to get fucking prepared. You need to holler at me, let me know what the fuck. Tell me something that I can tell the people. I don't really want to hear the conspiracy theories, dog. We know that China is helping the cartels, and maybe they came together because China got the dope, and the scientists and the cartel got the routes into the United States. The whole world know that America is just a dope spot. It's a dope hole. Whatever dope you got, this is where you send it. Motherfucker don't send dope from America to fucking Colombia. You don't send dope from America no fucking well. All the dope come to America. We don't do nothing else. We do dope. And what they know is enough fucking dope in here, and it will weaken the strongest fucking military on the planet. They have something called mutually assured destruction. So that kills all the nukes. So if we nuke them, they'll nuke us, and we understand that everybody will die. So now you have to fight on the under. Let's destroy these motherfuckers from the financial side. And as long as we got the strongest military, nigga, we good. But as soon as look at this. The recruitment numbers for the military are so low that they're having to just, like, I don't know when this started, but motherfuckers don't go to the military no more. If you put that shit right there, if you understand that China never gave up on destroying America or ruling the world, you start looking and you understand that everybody don't think like we think. We can only think to the next payday. The furthest we'll think is to the next payday or the next holiday. That's the furthest we'll think. These motherfuckers are thinking 3 generations down, 300-year plans. If we keep destroying their infrastructure, which is their youth, we won't have to shoot a fucking bullet. We'll just walk in and push them over because they ain't nothing but fucking junkies and fucking liberals. I was just speaking last night about how niggas, dog, if y'all niggas is so rowdy and touty, nigga, we need fighters on the outside. If you ready to, but see, niggas ain't really ready to fight. Niggas want to shoot at shit. Niggas don't want to actually get shot. They don't want war. They want to be able to shoot something and run away. While they over that motherfucker It is a civic duty. You have to join the military at a certain, you have to do 4 years of military work. You have to know how to do hand-to-hand combat. You have to know how to shoot a fucking rifle, clean a pistol, use a knife, purify water, live in the wilderness, skin animals. And then you look at our children, and all they can tell you is what the latest trend is on TikTok. Like I said, as far as America and the cartels, I don't think that America is that retarded. Like at some point, like unless we got a mole on the inside that really is in collusion with the Russians and the Chinese, there's no fucking way that they don't know that fentanyl on the fucking street costs $1 fucking dollar. There's no way that they are not looking at the graph and seeing this is how many people have died this year from fentanyl overdoses. That is more than car accidents, gun violence, COVID, and fucking disease and miscellaneous shit combined. There is no bigger killer. There's no way they don't see the numbers of recruitment with the military. Nobody's joining. Nobody's joining the military. They've had to, you know, one part of basic training is, is that when you get there, they're going to scream at you. The motherfuckers can't even scream at you no more. You say that you're finna leave. Oh, no, please don't leave, please. What type of military is that? You're supposed to be honored to be in a Marine, in the Army, in the Air Force. It means something. The same way them Germans was proud to be German soldiers. No matter what the fuck their leader wants to do, they were proud to fight for their country. No, it's real shit. No, it's real. That's so. Like I said, my nigga. I want to make everybody comfortable. As you can see, this is how we do it. It's an open panel, so whenever. And this is I'm talking about dealer, user, whatever part of the system that you may have knowledge of. Please talk to me, because this shit got my eyes like. That's something that a lot of other cultures have over us. Us as niggas, like, we really don't think it's a problem until it comes to our doorstep. Like, you can clearly see that everybody on the block is getting pulled out their home just for being black, and you will keep trying to live your life regular. You'll do anything to make sure that you don't have to do nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with us. You would rather go into slavery than to stand with another black person in a movement. We can't get shit accomplished as no fucking, because we'll be fussing about who the fuck the leader is and talking about his fucking shoes. Oh, that nigga, man, internet wins again, look up his past and shit. That nigga ain't graduated high school. All right, my nigga. Big Facts Podcast, who we got on the line?
Hey, what's up? Hey, yo, this Mo Facts.
Mo Facts on the line. Mo, man, tell me something, man. I'm confused, man. I'm getting kind of antsy over here, man. Tell me something.
This is not a drug. This is a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is exactly what this is, but it goes so far deeper. There's a woman named Anita Gupta. She's an appointee on the Department of Justice under Biden. She was appointed in 2021. Her father is a major stakeholder in a company called Inventor, and they sell all the precursor chemicals to a large portion of the precursor chemicals to the cartel to make meth and heroin.
And who? And what's this man's nationality?
Indian. Indian. It's you can look it up. I can send you the article and say how you want to do it. Her name is Anita Gupta. And they brought it up in the hearings, and she still was approved and appointed to the position. This how deep this goes.
Yeah, now, and you know what? And like I said, I feel like motherfuckers have to be working in collusion with other countries and shit like that. And that's, once again, like Russians fucking around in the election. That's normal. We fuck around in their elections too. But another thing that they do is send out divisive memes like defund the police, Blue Lives Matter. They will send out the same person will send out both of those messages and have a fucking Twitter page that got a whole bunch of numbers on it and shit like that. And motherfuckers will feel like they need to be on either side. And you see how evil motherfuckers get on the internet. Oh, yeah. And all they want to do is keep us divided. Dog, if there ain't nothing else a motherfucker has to know is that dope unites us all, just like blood does. Like, if you poke a motherfucker and you let them sit there, they're going to bleed out. As long as they're a fucking mammal, you know what I'm saying? They're going to bleed out. Like, we have to understand what the fuck is going on. But as far as our way of life, this freedom that we enjoy, this is why I always, pay tribute to the Navy SEALs, the Army Rangers, Delta Force, because they have the nuts and the passion to go do the shit that can, even if they do bully motherfuckers, it makes sure that we can continue to live the way we live. If drug addicts want to be on the street doing drugs, they can do that shit. We have that freedom. In fucking Iraq, the Taliban is running around gathering up drug addicts and forcefully taking them, to clinics and shit like that. You have to be of this religion. And when I hear that an American is working with the people who are trying to destroy that, it just is like what the fuck? Like, the first rule of making deals with the devil is don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the only rule.
Yeah, like you think that, because the Chinese said, if you help us get over here, and I was saying that what they would do is maybe contact the Indians and say, Indians, look how the Americans, because they know our history better than we do. Don't you know that the Americans took your land? You were here first. They might contact someone from the NAACP and say the same thing. These Americans don't respect you. You should work with us, and we'll put an end to the white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker really gotta be understanding what's going on. That's why I asked his nationality.
It's Asian Indian, but let me say something.
Go ahead.
This fentanyl thing is different than any other drug other than meth that we've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Every other drug, heroin, cocaine, is a plant. So you had to grow it somewhere and have it shipped here. They have super labs right across the border in Mexico. I'm talking about
That's real.
huge football field size, multiple football field size labs. And that's why they can make it for $1. It's just like going to the dollar store. You know how they make all those cheap plastic toys?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's mass production. We've never seen anything like this. And there's something new coming at the fentanyl called Trank. They're cutting the fentanyl with
tranquilizer.
Animal tranquilizer.
Yeah, it's a horse tranquilizer. I saw that. And they were saying that in Philadelphia, they don't want the fentanyl unless it has the trank. So much so that it was a female fentanyl dealer up there that she felt like she was actually like a doctor and a holistic person because she only sells raw fentanyl. She doesn't put the trank inside of it. The trank, and then, the trank, it leaves these, because it fucks with the way they got it injected, big ass, abscesses and shit like that, big ass holes and shit that eats through their skin. They feet, they got to shoot it through their toes and all this, but it makes it so much stronger. And that right there and like I said, when I'm watching these documentaries, I watch it because that's me. That's me. If I didn't, you know what I'm saying? If the universe didn't, if God did not, mother did not, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm out there. I'm still out there. Just, you know what I'm saying, lost like a motherfucker. Probably would have died simply because of how reckless I am. And
that's the point right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point. America, like is problem, reaction, solution. America is saying, y'all want to be junkies, we're going to give you needles, we're going to give you pipes to smoke it with, we're going to give you $1 drugs, but your deal is you can't be a 60-year-old junkie. We got to get you about to paint in your 30s. This saves the country. I guess this is why this is where maybe this is my ignorance is showing here, my naivete. I don't see how America would benefit from killing its population. It's the undesirables. But see, assisted suicide. You can come on down and they'll take care of it for you. So what they're saying is, if you want to live like that, we can't have you on the deal for 30 years.
Yeah, and I can feel that, but this isn't something that's touching the undesirable. This is, like I said, the movie Traffic shows it in its full disgustingness. You know what I'm saying? The drug czar's daughter becomes addicted to crack cocaine. When we're dealing with drugs, there is no, we're going to help destroy the population, because you cannot control where the fire or where the cancer spreads to. It would be like someone injecting themselves with AIDS because they didn't like some of their old cells. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, if you put AIDS into yourself, you're gonna die. Like, dog, we have like our, and like I said, I might be showing my naivete, but our enemy is China. Like, we have a fight in China. I would think that America would be trying to clean up, because it doesn't make sense to want to get rid of the undesirable, but then you're making concessions for people to get into the military. That doesn't make sense. Because if you're trying to help people die, then you don't need, you know what I'm saying? You don't need people in the military.
I understand what you're saying. But it's so crazy how this system works. They look at it as less is more. This is the whole purpose for eugenics. They want to get, and they look at it like this. And when I say they, I'm going to say it. The system of white supremacy, the way they look at it is, if it kills a couple of sons and daughters because they decide to go that way, so be it. But we're going to kill a whole much more black and brown people with it than we kill our own. And they're trying to get their numbers down because they look at it like this. They've always looked like this since the 1920s and even before. You have to be a desirable. The undesirable, they say they procreate, they have more babies than the desirable people they want. So they have to play with that number, but see, here comes the solution. 1994, after the crack hit, the crime bill. You about to have a 2.0 crime bill. You saw 33 people get arrested in New York City the other day. You hear Joe Biden thumping his chest talking about, I handled crime before in 94. Not backing away from the crime bill. He's thumping his chest and saying, we've done it before, we can do it again. You see these robot dogs. You see, crime bill 2.0 is coming, but it's not going to be mass incarceration. What it's going to be is just like when COVID lockdowns was. They're going to have people where you can come out your house when you can't come out your house. And they're going to clean up the street, I'm telling you.
Martial law.
All this crime in Chicago, all of this is by design. They create the problem so they can bring in the reaction and then have a solution.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
it was in 94, in the early 90s, late 80s, where all the crazy stuff was going on. You thought the world going to hell in a handbasket. The same way it is now. But they know what the plan is. And they got the same dude who brought the 94 crime bill is the president now.
I can't lie. And that's what I said. I want to open up the floor a little bit more. What I want to do is I'm thinking Sunday. So I'm going to let this go up, and then Sunday let everybody know, hey, man, we're going to come back in here and let's have this conversation. And, you know, I love when people like you call in and Hodge and you know, Naeem and people that are way smarter than me that can, you know, hey, man, let me know what's going on. I can only see it from this angle. So I appreciate you calling in, man. Look, make sure that you be around Sunday afternoon so we can get it in, Mo.
I do that, and I appreciate you bringing attention to this, bro, because like I said, you being right on top of it. It's a major problem.
Yes, Lord.
No, it's a major, major problem. I appreciate you bringing attention to it.
Man, we working. I'll see you in a minute.
All right, peace.
All right, love. Yeah, man, it's real, and like I said, I just hope that at the end of our talks that we can have some real action be enacted, man. So if y'all do want to call in on Sunday, go to the Patreon and get the call-in number. If you want to show love and donate support, go to the PayPal or the Cash App. The links are always in the description box and in the chat by the moderators. We working. I will see y'all in just, hold on, let me see. Let me make sure. Okay, that's there. We'll see y'all in a minute. Love, love, love.
Took my 40, I walked out of court, went bought a 9. If you can't make something out of nothing, then no, you ain't my kind. Bitch, you can't be talking to me crazy, I ain't just anybody. Set up shop wherever I stop at, been serving anybody. Take them to a different county, remix them on anybody. Nigga, let that money hit my hand, you can forget about it. Trap smell like dope, you can smell this shit from up the road. Nigga asked me, can he test the pack? I'm finna up the pole. I was thinking lil' buddy was savage till he up and told. Then he hit me up trying to get bowls, I hung up the phone. Now I gotta stop using this phone, niggas on the boat. Discipline myself to not smoke when I be on the road. I was giving smoke sex to old heads for hydros. People getting offended from the weed smoke on my clothes. Niggas show they hand with all that hating, I be moving different. I might show some racks for motivation, I be moving niggas. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. Police hit the light, stop by a trail before you let me out. I can't have no nigga do no work, I feel to let me down. Don't ever ask me to do no shit that you wouldn't do for me. But he hit a lick on 30 P's and brought it all to me. I can see right through a lie, so bitch don't try to tell me now. I'm behind Arby's in the Charger dropping 50 Zans. I ran out of pills and started serving mama's medication. Ambience was fucking niggas up, had them hallucinate. Make her eat that dick, she in here drinking all my pre-cum. Nigga wanna smoke it out with me, better have 3 lungs. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. You can still shop.